Hey, everybody. Welcome back to ParaMystic Podcast. I'm your host, Kristina Bloom, and I am here with my lovely friend and producer, Gwen Johns. I know your name. I do, really. I read
She
it
does.
backwards, though,
It's okay.
because, right now my brain is not all as functional as it normally is. So we just started Mercury retrograde 2 days ago. We have been having X-class sun flares.
Oh yeah.
We have been the Schumann resonance, the heartbeat of Mother Earth has been nuts, absolutely crazy. If anybody's following that, oh my gosh, what else is going on? Because I don't know about you, but I am feeling like the whole world has completely lost their shit. Sorry,
Yes.
but
Well, okay. Think about it now. All this is going on. The people that I feel it now more because I realize I feel it, and I let myself feel it. Back years ago,
right,
I didn't, but now we were talking before the show, as we do,
yeah,
venting and doing the thing because we're
right,
friends also. And I have a trip to Salem, Massachusetts this weekend for the Paracon that we're going to. And it seems like every time we try to make a plan, something comes and kind of knocks it off a little. It's like, and we were going to fly, and they're canceling a bunch of flights because of the shutdown. And it's
yeah,
like we can't. You make a plan and you can't go by, and people like me, I like to plan, or at least as close as possible. And I know that Kristina does too, because she
oh
travels a
yeah,
lot. Um,
hmm
it just seems like even as simple as getting ready, like, I can't find my jacket, or I did, and I'll be real with you. We're spooky people. So
we
things
are.
do happen, but, sometimes you
Popped
just,
into my head was like, "Where's my car keys? I'm ready to leave. Where's my car
where's my
keys?"
car? And you know what? I am one
Yeah,
of those people who just trial and error through my life and years and professions and stuff like that. I always have my keys in a certain place. I laughingly say they have a place where they live. My
yes,
jacket my shoes, certain things, I'm always ready where I can run out the door if I have to. It's habit.
right,
But right now, it's almost like we were trying to get ourselves together just to do the show this morning because we're pre-recording.
right.
And it's like it's a struggle. It's a struggle.
Yeah,
But everything seems off right now. Um,
yeah,
all this stuff going on, all the, let me say, cosmic stuff. I get that's not
yeah,
the best word, but it is. It's odd, and
yeah.
even the weather. I mean, I was laughingly telling Kristina I live in South Carolina. The weekend it was 75, 78 degrees, and then yesterday it gets cold, like 20 something. Plus the wind is blowing crazy. I went over the bridge going to my house. The lake is like right near my house. The waves were so big they were white capping on the lake. And we don't have like a big lakes. We have like a decent sized lake, but it's not like the Great Lakes.
Right,
Everything,
right.
even nature is just, it's like, no, somebody needs a reset right now. All of us need a reset.
Oh my gosh, yeah. There has just been so much stuff lately, just in the last few months,
Yes.
that has been knocking people off their squares. It's just been crazy. And I don't know about you, but it's like so many people have gone into zombie mode. Have you noticed that? Like
Yes.
you're at a store, people don't even see you. They don't even notice other
No,
people. Like they're
no.
just in their own little cocoon. And like I'll
Yep.
say, excuse me to somebody and they jump because I startled them out of whatever it is that they were caught in
Mhm.
their brains, and it's just, yeah, well, get caught in your brain, but not in the middle of the aisle, please. Thank you very much.
Well, and
You know?
I have done that, and I actually was
Yeah.
in Walmart yesterday for just a very brief time because I had to run in just real quick. And that I have, yes, that has happened to me recently. But
Yeah.
yesterday I walked past this person and they were like, of course, for whatever reason, they had to be just right there. And I was kind of like, oh, I can reach around. And I honestly said, excuse me. And it was like they didn't hear me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I hate to be, but I had to hurry. And I was like, oh, and I was trying to be patient. And I actually had to tell them 3 times, excuse me. you know, because I needed to get just that one little thing right there. I hate
right
it.
in
I
front of
hate
them.
it. Yeah. And I was like, oh man. But they were like they were in space somewhere.
Yeah.
And
I've been
yeah,
seeing a lot more of that lately. And okay, but that's a little scary when you're driving.
it is. Yes. Have
Yeah.
you had the sitting at the red light and somebody just not go and you look over like, because I was a medic for years, I always, are they okay? Because, you know, people
Yeah.
don't just, and people beeping and I'll look and they're just like, they're in.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the universe is glitching, you know, maybe the matrix is glitching and we are not aware of what's actually happening. And maybe it's happening to me and I'm not aware of it,
It could be
you know,
happening to all of us. Yeah.
because I don't think that those people are aware that it's happening to them.
Mm-mm. No.
Everyone seems so unaware. And I do find that interesting because I mean, the matrix has been glitching a lot. Let's face it. and
It has, yes. Because
and
there's,
now it's affecting individuals where we're noticing it,
and
you
think
know?
about some people like us, and I say us because I know we both are aware of certain things. We may glitch and people see things in us, but there are certain things we've jokingly said in the last since we went to a Paracon in Connecticut, and even things. Remember, we had stuff happen, and it was just like, and then we were talking about the Mandela effect and all that. That's real. That's some of that stuff I know, and people are like, no,
Right.
it's. And you look it up and but you're like, no, when I was little, this is how things were. I mean, something's glitching, maybe it's speeding up.
Maybe it is speeding up and we're just not speeding up with it.
Exactly. But you know, they got the thing, and I'm going to just call it a thing that's in space, and people are tripping out a little bit about that. I don't know.
Yeah.
We got, I don't know, weird weather, weird everything. When I was little, we had seasons, not all in one day.
Yeah. That's a good point.
We had seasons. We did. When it was
Yeah.
winter, it was winter. When it was hot, it was hot.
Yeah.
And then you would have that middle, or I remember having real seasons. I remember, you know, Christmas was, oh, sorry, that was my phone. Christmas was cold. And how many Christmases have I had in the last 20 years that were hot? That's just one.
That is strange. Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember what year it was, but my husband and I have been vacationing in upstate New York in February, which people like, why would you do that? Well, first of all, we love snow, you know, and we don't get as much snow as we used to here. So we go where there's snow, but we were there one year and it was about 50 degrees. We're walking around just with our long sleeve shirts on.
That's not bad. 50 is not bad. And I'm from the South. That's not really bad.
But the next day it dropped to minus 20.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
so
told in Wisconsin that y'all have snow all the time.
Yeah, that's not true. The further north you go in Wisconsin, the more snow you're likely to have.
That couple hours difference.
Yeah, really. And it does make a difference. Like it, even in the way the air temperature feels, even if it's the same number, it feels different because it's different elevations.
Well, do you remember when I left, we got back from our Connecticut trip, and a friend of ours picked me up and took me 3 hours north-ish.
Right.
I don't know if it's north, but north something. It's higher
northeast.
Up.
Yeah.
And I know that day it was 15 degrees difference.
Yeah.
In that little bit of time.
In that little bit of time.
And they gave me, hell. Sorry. I'm going to put the disclaimer up here, but because, I am from the South and it was summertime. And but funny enough, since I got back from up there, I have been hot. Yeah. Yesterday was the first day. No, last weekend we did an investigation and we came out and it was chilly. It was very chilly. Last night I was shivering because when I left, it was nice, little windy, and it got all of a sudden within like an hour, it dropped. Like, I don't even know how much, because my friend's husband said it's cold and he'll walk outside with shorts on in the winter. He might have a jacket on, but he was like, you'll have to go soon or you're going to be freezing.
Wait until you're here in December and you see people in, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and Wisconsin wearing shorts with there's 3 feet of snow on the ground.
And I'll have 4 layers, 2 coats, a pair of boots, 5 socks.
Well, in the past year or so, you and I have both lost a significant amount of weight, right? We've both
Well,
released a significant amount of weight.
yep.
I normally in the winter, like, unless it hits 0, I'm fine with a t-shirt and a hoodie, right?
But see,
Not
that's the
yesterday. It was
difference.
like 35 degrees and I was freezing.
Well, it was 20 here and windy, and that wind was biting. It was biting. And I kept thinking, last night there was actually, I guess, about an hour and a half hour-ish from where I lived, there were snow flurries, but it was in that zone where it's just high enough elevated where it would. But you know what? I laughingly said, if I am in Wisconsin in December, which I'm not going to get to stay exactly when I thought I was because I have something that I got to come back for. But when I come up there, I do, even if it's for a couple hours, I want to see real snow because in South Carolina, we have real snow, but it's different because by the time sun comes out at 10 in the morning, it's starting to melt. People have driven on it and it's not. And it turns into slushy black ice. It'd be nice to see real snow for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll head north so you can see real snow.
I think that it probably will snow by the time I get or maybe while I'm there.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to see it.
It is interesting. So I do find it interesting though that the kind of cold that I felt yesterday was like bone cold, and I don't remember ever feeling that in my life. I don't remember ever feeling that in my whole life, but it was like my bones were cold. And, it was very, very different.
That's exactly like it was for me. Cause I have a navy, I think they call it a blouse.
Okay.
And I use it as a jacket. It has no patches. I got it from like, it's a warehouse with older military stuff. I guess back in the day we would have called it an
outlet store or something like that.
Yeah, but it is true old military stuff, and a lot of it's been used maybe not at all, but it was. So I had that, and that's what I use as a little jacket because honestly it's thick and it's not heavy, and all I had was that with me, and I was like, dude, because the wind when I had 3 podcasts last night to do. And I was like, I wonder if I could sit in the car and get away with this because I didn't want to get out to get in the house. It was the wind was, it hit you and it went through.
Yeah.
And that's here. And I can't imagine there. I mean, I know you guys it's different.
We adjust to it. Yeah.
Like right now, I'm hot. It's like 68 in my house and I'm hot. I'm actually sweating. Which is
same.
A year ago, I would not have been sweating. So you do get acclimated, you do change, but this weather's crazy. And as far as
I think it's representative of kind of everything right now, and the topic of this show is spiritual experiences, but it really is a spiritual experience to just walk through life. Like life is a spiritual experience. That's what we're here for. Right. So we have all of these different things that we experience. Maybe we get injured. What is the spiritual experience in getting injured? What is the spiritual experience in having an illness? What is the spiritual experience in just living day to day?
Yep.
And how often we forget that that's why we're even here. We
get caught up in life and
in the weather.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. And we both had some stuff happen in the last few months. I had to come home early for my trip, and that was frustrating for me. And I told Kristina, I said I have anger, because I fell, but I didn't just fall. I fell, and then I re-injured myself, and I had to come home early, so I didn't get to my last week. My last week there, I was supposed to go and do something with Kristina, and that was like, yes, I'm gonna do that, and I'll go home, and then a couple months, and then I'll come back for a little visit. But we didn't get to spend that little bit of time. And I've been angry about that. I've been angry about the injury. I have friends that are sick. I've been angry about that. Have had other stuff that happened. And I told her, I said, I made the joke the other day, I need to go out there and take a axe and cut the tree in my yard. I wouldn't be able to move for a month, but I need to get that anger out of there.
Yeah,
And
some way of doing that. And for
yeah,
me, it was going into a sacred space where I felt safe and just
hmm
verbally screaming basically to get that anger out because I have been really angry. And people keep bringing up, like whenever I've had a reading with somebody, a psychic reading or healing, and people like, why are you so angry?
yep,
Well, I know why I'm angry. But, then there's always this whole thing about, I don't know why this is, but we all tend to revert to, well, what is unresolved in your childhood? No, that shit's all resolved. That stuff is all resolved. For me, that's not what's making me angry right now.
mm-mm.
What's making me angry is the changes that have been kind of forced on me in life right now. And people say, oh, we always make these decisions and it's always your choice. No, it isn't always your choice.
I don't know. It is not.
You know, sometimes it's not our choice. Sometimes, the ultimate lesson may have been in our spiritual contract or whatever, our Akashic record contract,
Yeah.
but that doesn't necessarily mean that we are choosing the circumstances. Right. So with the circumstances, there can come anger. And I think that recognizing the spiritual experience in the anger
Yes.
is important because just feeling anger, there's nothing wrong with that. It's an emotion.
Yep.
How you act out on it may cause some problems, and then there could be like a wrongness in that. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you're wrong because you feel angry. There's stuff that needs to be released sometimes with people. And there's sometimes that there are some things that you just need to be able to verbalize to a specific individual that you have not been able to verbalize before because you couldn't figure out how to say it. You didn't feel safe enough to do it. And maybe that lack of safety is in the present, but very often it is kind of in the past, where you have experiences in the past where you go, that wasn't safe. So what makes me think this is going to be?
There you go. And
You
I
know what
know
I'm
there's
saying? Yeah.
people talk about, oh, you have to get out of that. You have to let people in and this and that. It's hard. It is hard. Things happen to you and you think that's going to happen again, even though things are different. Your brain, it's like us losing weight. I still go to the size clothes I was before I lost the weight when I go shopping. And then I have to realize, well, when I trusting somebody, it's a process.
It is.
And like Kristina and I, when we met, we clicked. We clicked. And it's like we've known each other for a long time, which in my head, I know we've known each other in past lives, but,
right.
I don't know specifics. I just know we did.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been told that maybe I need to do, sorry, my phone, past life, just because it's almost like there's something I need to know that I don't know. And maybe that would help me through the anger process. I don't,
right.
But I've got some, like Kristina, spiritual healing to do. And I've got to get with it and get it done, but I've had to take a break, and that was not in my control. And like Kristina, she's had some stuff going on where she's kind of had to, let me say, slow down a minute and take care of some family stuff and personal stuff.
Yeah, that slowing down thing does not feel good to me. It just doesn't work for me. I'm
Me
I'm
either.
such a
It's hard, people. It's hard.
It is when you're someone who is very much acclimated to action, and all of a sudden it's like your body says, "Screw you, sit down."
Yeah, you're going to sit down whether you like it or not. Yes,
exactly. When the universe is like, "No, you need to sit down and think about this for a while," and it's like, "But I didn't do anything. Why am I being punished?" Because that's. And I get that I'm not actually,
punished.
I get it. Neither one of us is actually being punished,
Mm-mm.
but it feels like it because we have not been able to do what we love to do.
And we did not get closure as far as that visit because all of a sudden, bam, I had to go home. I had to find a flight. I'm in pain. There's nothing that can be done. My insurance, I can't tell. It's something. It's something.
Right.
And I tell you, ever since I've been home, it's been like, I can't go do what I want to do and get stuff done because I know I need to rest. If not, my knee's going to be worse. And I know, like Kristina, she's been I think she had to cancel an event, which is not heard of with her. So
You know what it takes for me to cancel an event
when you
or
said,
to cancel my participation in an event?
yes,
Like literally the last time that I backed out of an event was when my son died unexpectedly.
yep, I
That
remember
was
you telling
almost
me
3 years ago. Like, I don't do that,
that. Mm-mm.
but I had to. I had to. I had to stop and just take care of myself.
Yep.
And um, it is very interesting to be in a position where I'm somebody like you who gives, 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 gives. And all of a
Yes.
sudden it's like, nope, your tank is empty.
We were talking about cleanses and stuff, and
Yeah.
I said I truly believe, because I'm having reactions to stuff, and like
Mhm.
I don't know if you can't see, but I have a butterfly rash because I have autoimmune. Well, certain things have happened, and it's like bam, 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 and I'm like, I think I have something built up. So maybe not
Yeah.
just a spiritual cleanse, which I'm going to work on that when I come up there. We're gonna
Yeah.
take we've already planned. We're gonna take a minute, and maybe it'll help both of us. That'll be wonderful, and we get to help each other, which will make us feel better anyway,
Right.
which is a big thing. But I've actually had to go, and I'm doing vitamins and that kind of stuff cleanse.
Mhm.
And cross fingers, that's going to help. But I feel like there's something built up in me that's making things worse, and
Yeah.
it's craziness. But
Yeah.
it's all this stuff is happening. We got this whatever coming. People are stressing. Maybe we're feeling some stress from that also, because people are like, "What is
Maybe.
this?" Yeah, and
Yeah.
then the other spiritual stuff that's happening in the universe. I mean, it's the flares. If you don't feel the effects from the flares, I don't think you realize that it is, because I think
Right.
everybody.
The classic coronal flares from the sun is what you're referring to, right?
Mhm.
So,
Right. Yes,
yeah,
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
but it's also it's affecting electronics, it's affecting communication, it's affecting the way that we communicate.
Yep.
And then we have these glitches where people just seem to be frozen,
If you've never
which is
seen it, pay attention, because I'm telling you,
yeah,
you've missed it. I think being more aware of things nowadays
yeah,
is, I mean, I don't know if I've glitched. I don't know. I've not had a friend come to me and go, "Hello, you knocked me over." But if you see me somewhere and I'm glitching, please let me know that I did, because that might explain a little bit.
that might explain some things exactly. Like these glitches are really weird. Like they're not stuff we're used to dealing with at all.
No, no. And
So,
the question in a
yeah.
lot of people's heads that realizes that we're having them: why is it happening like this right now? What is happening right now that's making everything so intense? We're used to a little bit, but right now it's like somebody dumped the whole salt shaker. I mean, all of a
Yeah.
sudden, all this stuff, all of
Well,
it.
what I've been feeling and it was I had a whole month where I couldn't even meditate. Like I'd try and I couldn't meditate. I couldn't get information. I couldn't connect. It was very frustrating.
Ooh,
Um,
yes.
but since I went through this intense healing last week,
Mm-hmm.
uh, it's been like information just coming and coming and coming and coming. And a lot of that is because we reached the tipping point of individuals becoming aware.
Yeah.
And that's why all of a sudden it's like, boom. It's like it's like another big bang kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
But this time it's at an energetic level, not a physical level. Right. So and it's affecting the physical and back and forth, vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's it. I think that we have hit the tipping point of people who have awakened and are aware that things have to change,
Yeah.
that we are living in some sort of an artificial construct. People are figuring it out. People are
Mm-hmm.
going, wow, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense. Yeah. And it's so interesting that it happens at this time because so many people have reached that tipping point that things are changing, right? Like all of the systems on earth right now are going through massive upheavals. and massive changes. And we're talking things like financial systems,
Mhm.
educational systems, healthcare systems, or in the case of our pay to get healthy system, it's actually an illness management system, not a healthcare system.
Yeah.
So because there's money involved,
Yeah.
right? So all of that is coming to a head all at once. So yeah, it's like we are in a massive energetic volcano
It is.
that is getting ready to blow.
Anybody that knows me knows, and it's in our group, it's kind of a funny that I make electronics go nuts, and I do. But just this week,
Yeah.
and it's only Tuesday, I have had 4 light bulbs for no reason, and I have the ones that last. The ones that are plastic. See, my brain's not even working. Anyway, they shouldn't have to be changed for a while because I just changed them this summer.
Mm-hmm.
For those, my phone was glitching yesterday, but that happens a lot on Mondays because I'm amped up because I have 3 shows, and we had some really great guests on last night and stuff. But it's like I have had, and this is no joke, I've gotten in the car with friends and we were about to take off for a big trip, and the GPS would not find itself. And everybody looked at me, and I'm like, of course, my answer, I didn't do anything. And I was like, okay, we're going to test this, okay? Because, I knew it was probably me because I was, we were a million things in your mind. I opened the door. I got out of the car. I walked like 10 feet. I said, okay, I'm about 10 feet away. Try it again. And I'd be dang if the thing didn't just boop. I got back in the car and we were good to go. And I was like, how is that? And think about it. If that's happening to me, and I know some things are different with each person, but it's like the whole world, little bits of that is happening. And we're figuring out that it's happening, and it's happening to more people.
Yeah.
Geez. I mean, I lost power for almost 4 hours the other night.
Wow.
And because there was a big storm here, and then we have cold weather and stuff. And I'm like, everything is just chaotic. There's a good word. Some of it is just very chaotic right now.
Chaotic, yeah. I have that issue too with electronics. My phone glitches constantly, drives me crazy.
It does.
But
we travel together.
We travel together. It's like it's a wonder we ever get anywhere. But,
where's the paper map? Where's the paper map?
Paper map. We might have to start investing in paper maps again. I was at the doctor's office a couple of weeks ago, and my doctor's trying to bring things up on the computer, and it froze. And I'm like, wait, I'll leave the room. When it comes back on, I'll come back into the room. It wasn't 10 seconds. He's like, okay, you can come back in.
Yeah. See? I'm going to the doctor today, and I guarantee you something interesting happens.
Yeah.
It
is very interesting how, in 2010, like I blue screened 4 computers in 1 year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a lot. That gets expensive.
Well, I'm struggling with mine now. I call my computer the little computer that could, because when I originally bought it, it was for basic stuff, documents, typing up, maybe what you do with a computer. And then now I'm running the network, and it's too much for it. But sometimes I have to get up and walk away from it for a minute, and my phone and everything, and just go outside for a second, because sometimes I have to just, whatever in me has to get it out and just come back.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to leave and ground, and then come back when you're more centered and balanced. Yeah.
Well, I have figured out something strange enough. I do ground and shield myself.
Mm-hmm.
Now my friend Matt, my best friend's husband, well, I call them both my best friends, and he teaches a class on grounding and shielding. Like when they do basic classes, that's a big one, and it helps. So I will go outside and I'll ground myself, but I have accidentally put my phone in my pocket and tried to do that. Don't do that.
No,
Just
don't do
word
that.
to the wise. Remember to take your phone out of your pocket and put it a
Okay.
little, because that poor phone, that it had issues for days. I mean, I don't know what
Yeah.
I did to it. But so now what I do is I get out of the car, and this is just a quick thing. I can do it really quick now because I know how to do it if I can get myself there. So I leave all my stuff in the car, even my keys, because the key fob, but I like leave the door open or something, and I'll just go and do my thing. And the way I do it, I probably look crazy to my neighbors, which that's okay. But I do that, and I take my shoes off, and I just kind of. Everybody does it different, but I feel better.
Yeah.
And even that, in the last month or so, I haven't been able to. I can do it, but I don't feel like I finished, or like I'm like it worked like it normally does. Something is
Yeah.
very off with everybody.
Well, with the Schumann resonance going crazy all the time and you're trying to ground to the earth, it's hard because the earth is constantly shifting and moving and spiking
Mm-hmm.
and doing all kinds of stuff energetically that it doesn't normally do,
Right.
except that now that's becoming normal. So grounding to the earth has been more of a challenge, I think, for some people.
Yeah.
For me,
You
it's like
remember?
I'm trying to ground into my body, like try
Mm-hmm.
to pull as much of me back from the universe as I can into my
Right.
body and do that kind of grounding, or I ground to the sun or the moon or something that's not spiking, but the sun is still going crazy too.
It
So
is, and it's affecting the moon. So we're
it
kind of,
is.
the other night I sat out there, and
Yeah.
it was it was the day after this big storm we had. Like I said, I lost power for like 4 hours here, and that was rare because usually it'll blink maybe 20 minutes something. But anyway, storm came. There was an accident, and it took longer, which I think that has something to do because it's weird.
Yeah.
But the moon was out. I don't know if it was full, but it was close. A lot of clouds. It was beautiful, and I just kind of sat. I got out of my car, and I just kind of stood there, and I went down to the boat ramp. So the water's around me, and it's clear. It's not just a lot
Mhm.
of trees like at my house. And I tried to do that, and it was almost like it was working, but something was just a little off. Just, you could feel it. It was just a little off. And I was like,
Yeah.
dang, because I was trying anything. I was grabbing at straws. Like, what can I do? What can I do? Light a candle, anything to try to get myself right, because I do feel off. But we were talking about when I do come up there, we're going to go and try to help each other. And I mean, there's things you can do in daily life, but sometimes you need to go, and like Kristina said, sometimes you need to go and you go out in nature and just scream, just get
Yeah.
it out, cry, ugly cry, get it, because you know our bodies are feeling it, whether our brains are letting us know something. It's not just with one of us. We can have a
Right.
bad day. It's not a bad day. I mean, we have so much stuff going on, conflict in the world. Um, just here in the U.S., for those who are not in, we have a lot of shutdowns with the government and stuff, and it's stressful for everybody. And I
Right.
know we're all feeling that, but there comes to a point to where, what are we going to have to do to get things right? I mean, we can't control the sun, but
Nope.
we need to do what we can. And you know what? Helping others helps me. So that's what I'm on.
Exactly.
After my appointment today, I'm going to go, and I have made a point. I'm going to go help somebody something. I don't care what. I don't care if I'm opening a door for somebody. I'm going to go do
Yeah.
something to make myself feel better. And that's, people look at me like I'm crazy, but it makes me feel better.
Exactly.
It does.
Exactly.
And I
It
know
makes me feel
Kristina's,
better too,
yeah,
it's when I can get out of myself, and I think that's
yeah.
part of my anger and discomfort is that there's been so much focus on me for
Mm-hmm.
the last month and a half
Yep.
that it's like, "Stop. Just stop throwing that at me. Stop. Stop, stop, stop." And then I had to stop accepting it. And I think that's where a lot of that just get out of me came from, was like I had been receiving that and not
Mm-hmm.
wanting to receive that, so it's been that kind of a frustrating thing. And when I can reach out and help somebody else, I immediately feel better on every
Yes.
level.
Yes. That's
Every
what,
level.
yes. So you know what? That's what, when we get together, we're going to help each other, and that'll help us. But
Yeah.
just right now, I think today when I go out, I don't care what I have to do. I'm going to help somebody do something.
Right.
It's just going to make me feel better. Even if I can't see them personally, if I can help them over the phone, or like I said, if I go to a store or gas station and I just open the door for somebody or something, I need to get out of my head and do something. And I think that Kristina is the same way. It's, it's, we appreciate anybody doing anything for us, but it's hard. It's hard.
Sometimes it's hard to receive it, but I also understand that there is an energy exchange, right?
Yes.
So I am willing to receive from people, but unfortunately, some of what I was receiving was, oh my God, that's horrible.
Yeah.
And I don't want to receive that. I want to receive love.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that comes from a place of love, but it's what I tell people who worry a lot is, how does worry feel?
Terrible.
It feels terrible, right? So just as an example, if you're worried about me and you feel terrible worrying, what are you sending to me?
That's why I try to be very careful when I do. And she knows I worry about her. She knows.
Yeah.
But
everybody worries about me because I'm too independent, I guess. But
I
I don't
told
think
the
I'm too
same thing.
independent, but I'm pretty independent. And
when you're traveling, she says to me, "Don't worry, don't
send that to me."
Yeah, don't send it.
It doesn't feel good.
Right. So what I'll send is I'll send out, okay, be as careful as you can, and here's the love for you. You have it. You're going to be okay. But yes, I do worry, because I don't really worry about you doing something stupid as people out there being not good.
Yeah. I'm more worried. It's not worried. It's like, I am well protected, and I know I'm well protected.
Yes, you are. Yes.
I am very well protected. So when I'm traveling, though, it's not that I think someone is going to intentionally do anything to me. It's more just like, again, people are in zombie mode.
Yes.
And they're in zombie mode while they're driving. And that concerns me.
It does. I tell you, I'm gonna start paying more attention, and I'm gonna try to start. I have not been journaling like I need to, and that was a hard word to say for some reason. I used to dream journal, but then I used to freak myself out a little bit because things would happen, and so I kind of got it. But my daily journal and stuff, I need to do that more, and I need to pay attention to when I go somewhere, or I see somebody, or I'm talking to somebody on the phone, and they pause for a minute, but they don't realize they paused. Have you had that happen?
Yep.
Yes. See, and it's concerning. And if you say something to them about it, they're like, "Oh, I was," and I guess they don't really realize they did. So they're thinking that you're not making it up, but not understanding. I don't know. It's things are a mess. And I'm hoping for maybe December. I know it's not going to be a certain day, but I'm hoping that everybody can start. I don't want to say healing, maybe, but maybe everybody can start getting more normal. Maybe
I don't think we're going back to that.
I'm just hoping that it will get better or level out, or maybe we'll figure it out.
I think I don't know what I've been receiving in meditations and just information coming in and through a lot of dreams lately, where I've been getting a lot of information in dreams, is that we're not going to go back to the way we were before, because evolution doesn't go backwards.
Right.
We are in the midst of evolution. Our bodies are changing. Our DNA is changing. Everything is moving forward into something else. And we are in that uncomfortable phase in the middle where we're not what we used to be, and we're not what we're going to be. And it's like when have you ever cut your hair short and it's just in that weird grow out stage?
Yes. And I was talking about doing that. That's what this weekend was so off. Okay. For instance, my hair is like really long, especially in the back, and it's grown a lot in the last year. And I was sitting here the other night thinking about, I just need to cut my hair. And it occurred to me, what the hell? Because I know, yes, you cut it. And it's like,
yeah. So when your hair is in that weird grow out stage and you can't really do anything with it, and you're frustrated about it, and that's kind of where we are
Yes.
as a species right now. We are in that weird growing stage where
Mhm.
we don't know what to do with ourselves. What we used to do doesn't work, but what we're going to do, we haven't figured out yet. And
Yes.
so, we don't know what that's going to look like. And so we're just kind of in this weird middle stage where everything is just weird.
It
Everything is
is.
chaotic. Everything is unsettled and up in the air. And, we're kind of a species that likes to know what's going to happen. And we don't have a clue. Like,
No,
that's the bottom line. As a
we don't have
species,
a
we
clue.
don't know. We don't have a clue. But those of us who are still trying to plan everything and, because you and I are planners, right?
We
So we're trying to plan things and it's not working the way it used to.
are.
And it's frustrating. Like
It is.
my system for travel is all of a sudden like just not working the way it did. And I'm having to make adjustments. And I think that that's really the whole thing is it's like, it's not the strongest of the species that makes it through. It's the most adaptable,
There you
right?
go.
So
And
how
I'm trying to
adaptable?
adapt. Yeah.
Oh, I know. So am I. I'm
Well,
trying,
you want to hear
you
something
know.
funny? You were talking about traveling and plans. Um, I actually made my flight reservations last night. I booked a flight, but
You're
I was
brave.
doing the shows and I looked it up and I was like, okay, as soon as I get a break for a minute, but it kept where I wasn't even having 5 minutes, I was going to book it. And I was like, okay. But so I ended up not booking it until after all the shows. And do you know that couple hours, for whatever reason, I had to book a different flight that was a little more expensive, not maybe $10, but that's,
Yeah.
but it was like all of a sudden, and I'm like, what? All of a sudden, everybody made all these. What's happening? It's like everything is a struggle. We're struggling. uh,
Well, I think we're struggling because we're still trying to do the things the way that it used to work. But
mm,
when we can just kind of flow with it, even if we don't understand it, even if it's uncomfortable, it does get easier. And I think
we're
that's a lot of
trying.
what I needed to let go of was I want to do it my way.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we are a little bit set in our ways,
Oh, a little bit. Yeah.
That's like right now, my internet is I probably froze or something for a minute. I can see it.
Yeah.
Something's not right with it, and that, like I said, it's every day right now is just is something. I tell you.
Every
So
day.
I got, it's going to be funny tonight. I bet you, I could bet you, I'll come home to pack, and something will be. It's going to be a struggle
Well,
instead of
don't
throwing
set
stuff in.
yourself up for it. Flow with
Yeah,
it.
no, no. What I'm saying is, I just it should be simple. Put stuff in a bag, get ready to go. But I can almost feel like when I go out today, because I haven't been like in the car out. I can almost feel like something's off.
Yeah.
So, and when you wake up knowing stuff's off, it's hard because you're trying. But I am trying to adapt. So whatever it is, I'm gonna put it out there. Whatever it is today, I'm gonna do my best not to let it get me frustrated or angry, or I'm just gonna try to roll with it
Yeah.
and I think if I put that in my head that whatever it is, it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna work through it. It's gonna be okay.
Yep.
I think
It's
that's a
all
good
going to be
message.
okay.
Yeah, it is. I'm trying to adapt. So when I go out, I'm gonna be just we're gonna get through it. It's gonna be okay. Maybe
Yeah.
everybody needs to do that because right now, and think about it, we got the holidays coming up. People get extra
Uh-huh.
stressed. On top of all this, whew, it's gonna be interesting for
Yeah.
sure.
It sure is. It's I don't know. I feel like the holidays are going to be different this year
Hmm.
for a lot of people. And it's not just financial, it's that people are, again, awakening. People
Yeah,
are becoming more aware of what it really means to be spiritual every day in life. It's not like when I was a kid and it's like, well, you go to church on Sunday and the rest of the week you do whatever you want to, right? No, it's not like that anymore for a lot of people. So we're
Mm-mm.
actually living our spirituality. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to have a very positive impact on a lot of holidays this year, on a lot of people's holidays, because people are more like, it's not about the stuff.
No, I
It's
was sitting
about,
here thinking that.
yeah, it's not about the stuff. It's about, I mean, honest to God, like I look around my house and I go, we do not need more stuff. Like that is,
No. So let me tell you, and
you
I
know,
think I've told you this before. When I start to buy a gift, even for my children or my mom and dad, I'll ask them. Yeah, surprises are good, and maybe I
yeah,
see something in a store and it's a little something, but I have vowed this year I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of money on anybody, and
yeah,
it's going to come from the heart. And I am going to go to everybody like I try to do and say, "What do you need? What do you need? Not what do you want? What do you need?" And I want to get, whatever I get or do for somebody, if that's my gift,
mm-hmm,
what do you need? What do you need me to do? What, you know, because I want it to be useful. Because, like you said, I have right now, a part of my frustration is I have been trying to be good and stay off my knees. So I haven't been able to get up and get everything organized and, that kind of stuff. So,
right.
that would be my gift to myself, is to actually get my house in order. Because no, I don't need any more real stuff. I actually need to purge stuff. So that's going to be my
Yeah.
gift to myself, for, I guess, for the new year also. And if that doesn't make any sense to anybody, yeah, it does to
I think that
me.
makes sense to a lot of people because I have been seeing even on social media, people just purging, just
Yeah.
getting rid of stuff. And, the thing is like, we all have so much stuff that in the moment, maybe we wanted it or someone thought we could use it or, whatever. But I just feel like I'm drowning in stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
see, that's how I feel. Like, for
Yeah.
instance, we were talking. I'm not really used to the cold like you guys are. So Kristina was like, "Oh, well, I have sweaters and they just don't fit anymore." And I'm like, "Well, that's my size.
Yeah.
Yes, I will gladly, because I have a certain amount of winter stuff. But you got to realize, I live in the South. We don't have that kind of winter, so I already know I have to layer up." But yeah, that she showed me one thing, and I was like, that's it. That's something that I would really like. Plus, I could use. So how
Right.
cool is that? And that's something that she is not needing. I think we need to get back to more of that too. I think
Right.
maybe if we put it out there like that instead of buying, and there are stuff. I received something in the mail the other day, which is odd. I didn't order it. It got sent to me. I don't know who sent it, but it is something that I can actually use. And I have said, and I probably said on the shows, it is something that I can actually use and probably need it. I know I've said it out in public because we've joked about it, but with traveling, it's hard to get everything in a suitcase. And I received in the mail a book bag. It takes the air out, so it's vacuum, and
Yeah.
it has different pockets. It even has one. I don't like to spend money on myself, so I was just making do with what I had. But now I received this book bag right before I'm supposed to go to Salem, that honestly I could probably put everything except my paranormal equipment. I probably can put all that. How interesting is that? And I don't know who it's from and did not have a receipt. I tried to figure it out, and then I finally got to a point where, okay, maybe I don't need to know.
Right.
So it's like, who sent it? But
That's
then I'm like, you
awesome.
know what? I'm gonna stop stressing about it. It's here. I needed it. It is something I can use. It's not something that's just gonna sit on a shelf.
And you're grateful for it.
And that's the big thing. I'm trying to be
Mhm.
really great. I'm trying not to say, "Oh God, who's it from?" Because I no clue. It
Yeah.
just it showed up.
That sounds like a pay it forward situation, when you have
Maybe
something that somebody else needs and you can pass it on. Yeah.
right. But
Yeah.
so, put it out there in the universe. Probably they will never see this, but yeah, thank you, universe, because it's something that I will actually use. It's not just going to
Yeah.
sit there. I will use it.
I love that. I love
See?
that. I love it when things
Mhm.
just kind of move the way that they're supposed to move, right? So, um, yeah, it's just interesting.
And
And Yeah, I
In
don't
my
know.
brain, I'm like, who sent me that? Because, and then I'm like, no, you got to let it go, Gwen. Just, it was meant to
Just
come to you. You're going to use it. Just do it and just get over it. And I am grateful. I really
yeah,
am. And like I said, it would be something if it was some odd thing, but yeah, it's something that I can actually use. And I'm like,
right.
that it somehow it got to me. Maybe that's how it, and pay it forward. Maybe,
Yeah,
because I do try to help people. I try.
right.
So yeah, but I don't know. So I'll ask you a question because I know
Okay.
this is your line of work. Let me say,
All
for
right.
all of us out there that are frustrating and glitching and just things are spinning around us, and I know we need to slow down and all. What's the one small thing we can get or do, not get, but get started, I guess, to help ourselves just accept or heal or something? What can we do?
You know, it
Meditate?
popped in my head right away.
Yes, what?
Gratitude.
Yeah.
Gratitude. Be grateful for something. Find something, one thing a day to be grateful for. Because I know a lot of people are really struggling right now. A lot of people are living in fear right now.
Yes.
There's an entire segment of the population who is like, am I going to be homeless next week?
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And
There
and
is.
also there are already a lot of people who are homeless. And there's a lot of people struggling right now. And I would say gratitude. Absolutely gratitude. Gratitude is the basis for everything at this
Mhm.
point. Like it's like am I happy about the medical situation I'm in right now? No. Am I grateful for the love and support that I'm receiving from a lot of people? Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I am grateful for that. I am grateful that there are drugs that can help with what I'm going through that are going to be able to help me be comfortable as I'm going through this process. And it's a chronic disease, right? That's what they've told me. It's chronic. So I could live another 30 years with it, dealing with side effects from medication.
That's it's hard.
Yay. But the
Hard.
medication's there,
So let's be grateful that there is something that could help you. Because
right?
that's what I've been trying to do, is put out there, just do something
Yeah,
for me. Yeah.
just being grateful for something. And
Mhm.
I am grateful that I had a beautiful sacred place to go
Yes.
to heal the parts of me that I needed to heal to be able to be okay walking through this process. So, there's so much that I have to be grateful for. I have a supportive husband. I'm very grateful for that. I have beautiful, wonderful friends like you, and I'm so grateful for that. Um, I am just so grateful for all the wonderful things in my life. Like I have a reliable vehicle.
Yep.
There's something to be grateful for, you
It
know?
is. I tell you, because I
Yeah.
just I traveled a lot. Weird enough, I got it's a new to me, but it's a used vehicle, but it's in excellent condition, and it's got a couple of dings, but I don't care about that. But it's a good vehicle, and last year at this time I didn't have a really reliable vehicle, so I am so
Yeah.
grateful for that. Every time I get in
Right.
it, I go to it. I actually say, "Oh, thank you so much," because it just it fell in my lap like things do. And yeah, I am very grateful. I'm grateful for my friends, my family, everything.
Yeah.
And
I'm
I
grateful to have a roof over my head, and I'm
yes,
very grateful to have a really comfortable roof over my head, you
right.
know? I'm in a very comfortable place in my life in many ways, and I'm very, very grateful for that. And it's not like I didn't work for it because I have, but I'm also very grateful for it.
Yeah.
I'm grateful to have been able to work for it. I am
Mhm.
grateful that I can still work. I'm just having to adjust the way I do things, right? So I'm at a pivot point, and I think a lot of people are at pivot points right now where we're having to figure out different ways to do things
Yes.
because what worked last year isn't working this year.
Uh,
And it doesn't have anything really even to do with my health or anybody else's health for that matter. For the most part, the world is different from last year.
It is.
And so we are still in this destruction process so that we can have rebuilding tools to rebuild better. But we're in that I cut my hair, now it's in this weird phase, right? So it's like the whole world is in this weird phase where, all right, well, the destruction happened. It's still happening, but we're
Yeah.
getting closer to reconstructing. And it's like, what do you do? You know, if anyone's ever gone through a home remodel, they know what that feels like, right?
Woo.
Because
Oh, in the middle part, that's where we are. We're in the middle of a
we're
home
in the
remodel,
middle
still
part.
living in
Yeah.
that house. Yes, that's what
Yes.
we're doing. Yeah,
Yep. That's exactly what we're doing worldwide.
yep, it
You
is,
know,
and and we're
yeah.
fighting it in our heads, and we're fighting it. But we've just got to go. Look, it's changed. We got to adapt.
Yeah.
And
Because we are creatures of habit.
yeah, I mean, I have certain things drive me. We were talking about losing your keys. I have a place I put my keys, and it will throw you off like in no other if you can't find your keys when you're trying to walk out the door. Well,
Yes.
you know what? Let's better habits I think might help us to adapt. I have tried to do better with certain things and all that,
Me
but
too.
yes, and Thanksgiving's
Yeah.
coming up, whether you actually celebrate or whatever, because we do, but it's not a huge like it used to be when the kids were younger.
Yeah.
But for Thanksgiving, I am going to celebrate or eat, have the get together with my mom and dad and my friends, and then I'm coming up north and be with more friends, even though it'll be a couple days later. So, but be grateful. Be grateful. Me, I'm grateful that I'm going to be able to come back and see you guys.
I'm grateful you're coming because I really missed you last time.
I know, and the thing is, we didn't get closure. We didn't get that. We were supposed to have that time, and then I was going home. And then I got so bad that I had to go home, and it was killing me to have to do it.
Yeah.
And even now, and like right now, I'm grateful that I have a good doctor for my knee, and I'm going to go see him this afternoon. And I know that even if it's not the best news, that there's going to be a plan, and I will get through it. And I'm glitching again as I'm saying it.
As you're glitching again. Yeah. There's a plan and we're going to get through it. There's a plan and we're going to get through it. There's a plan and we're going to get through it.
And
I keep repeating that to myself,
Well, let's all do that. Anybody who watches this or tell somebody, say it to yourself, say it to somebody. There's a plan. We're going to get through it. Because we're going to get, and we'll get, and if you have your little people that's saying the same thing, we're going to put it out there and we're all going to get through it and everything's going to get better.
Yeah. Everything is getting better day by day,
It is.
And it is, I feel, I'm having trouble finding the words, but I feel like as we're all walking this path, right? And we're all going through this in the middle phase, there's just this sense of, if we can just hold on to each other's hands, we can get through this, whether that's physically, metaphorically, whatever, I mean, it's like, my friend Glenn, who lives across the ocean,
Yes.
but I know he's there and he knows I'm here.
Yeah.
And that connection is made.
Yep.
And, we can energetically reach out and hold each other's hands and get each other through something, whatever each one of us is going through. Just like you're what, 16 hours away from me? 16-hour drive?
18. But you know what? Yeah. I would absolutely, if Kristina called me up and she said, I need you, I would grab anything I could, throw it in the car, and I would be in the road. Because
likewise.
That's how it is. We were talking about it the other day. It was getting so difficult to get the flight. She's like, I'm coming to get you. And I'm like, no. No,
I would drive down to get you.
I know she would. And that's the
thing. I'd sleep while you were driving back.
There you go. And I told her, I said, just knowing that I have you that would do that for me. I know I have other people that I just met this year that would come. If I said, I need you guys would bunch together and come down. I have
absolutely.
people here. It feels so good to know I have people here that if I could suck it up and ask for help, they do. And sometimes they just do stuff for me and I have to take a breath because it's hard. It's hard. And I will say, thank you. And then I'll have the tears and then I'll suck it up because that's how I am in my head. I'll give them a hug and I'll say, thank you. But you know what? I would do it for them. They could call me up in a hot second. And I would. When you have people like that, it makes this better. But all of us are struggling right now. So we're just kind of bouncing off each other. And we've all got to really just take a breath, It's going to be okay. We're going to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
whatever it is for you.
Yes.
It's going to be okay.
Yep. It's going to work out.
It's going to work out. Doesn't always work out the way we envision it. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it works out better.
Yep. But like this weekend, I'm going to Salem, and I know that I'm going to be around, let's say, like-minded people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping that all of us together can do something for each other. If it's nothing else, oh, do you need a bottle of water? Here. Or do you need somebody to watch your booth for a minute? So I think all of us, if we could help each other in just that little bit of way, I think all of us would just maybe get that good energy going, and then pass it out to somebody else. And maybe that's in our little paranormal world. Maybe everybody this weekend needs to do something for somebody, and just because it's gonna help. But we got Thanksgiving, we got Christmas coming up, and it gets a little crazy for people. And this year I'm gonna try not to let it get crazy for me, and I'm gonna try to enjoy myself. Because with winter coming, I think we're gonna, we can't get out and do what we normally do. So I think that's in our heads too. But right now, let's all take a breath and say it's going to be okay.
Yep, it's definitely going to be okay.
It is.
And so you have Salem coming up, and then you're coming up here.
Yes. So basically, I'm going to Salem, and we're driving because of the flight situation. So that's about 18 hours for us. So thank goodness it's not just me. But we're going to drive up. We're going to spend time with our people. I've never been to Salem as far as actually getting to tourist. I've rode through. I think I was actually sleeping. So, and the silliest thing, somebody said, oh, there's so much to do in Salem. What do you want to do? I said, well, I don't have time to be a real tourist. But one thing I'm going to do for me is, the statue, the bewitched statue that everybody sees. I'm going to take my picture with the bewitched statue.
Awesome. I love it.
It may be midnight. But that is the one thing I'm doing for myself this weekend. Yes, Salem is coming. It's going to be great. One day, maybe we can go and hang out for a couple of days. But we've got that coming up. I'm going to come home. The day after Thanksgiving, I'm flying out to you guys, and I'll be there for probably a couple weeks.
Okay, cool.
I think it's like 2 weeks, unless something changes. And then when I come home, I'll be home for a while because I know the weather gets something will come up though. I feel it already that something in January, I feel like something's going to come up in January, and I'm going to be doing something in January. But that's how it is. If you put it out there like, hey, this is, or maybe something comes up. Yeah. If not, maybe I can get some stuff down here done what I need to do. But that, everything's coming up, and I think all of us, maybe if we can start healing, maybe by spring we'll be better, much better collectively, I guess.
I hope so. Yeah. Well, this weekend I am going to the Ohm is where the heart is. It's it's a metaphysical and wellness event, and I will be doing readings there. And then, the weekend after that is the celebrating 5D and Beyond retreat in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Oh, yes.
So I will be up there for like 4 days in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, where they've already got snow. Ooh. And after that, I have 3 weekends unscheduled, except for my husband's birthday dinner. So, I am definitely open to online and phone appointments. People can go to my website, KristinaBloom.com, schedule your appointment. And so I'm totally open to that. And I will be working on my new website. I opened up a pop-up t-shirt website. I wish I could remember the URL, but the name of it's through Printify, and it's Pure Intuitive Magic is the name of the store.
Nice.
So I've got some shirts on there for sale. I'll be putting up some more merchandise this afternoon. some different things.
Well, I will say this while I'm up there, I've kind of brought up the subject. Maybe we could do something. I don't want to say a gallery reading, but maybe we can do something small.
Yeah. Do a seance or do something.
Yeah. I think that honestly, maybe that would be a good thing to do. So look for that. I think that would be really good.
Brainstorming.
Yeah, because we're not going to be able to sit there and just sit. We're going to have to do something, and I think that
neither one of us are good sitters.
No, but we want to spend time together, and I think that. So if anybody sees this, and you guys would have an idea of something we can do while we're together there,
reach out, yeah,
please, because we need an idea. It'll come to us, but we need to do a little something, and we do well planning. Both of us like to plan.
We do. Oh, I wanted to also say in northern Wisconsin, in Mercer, Wisconsin, at Alchemy Copper and Crystals, on December 19th and 20th, we have made space for a drum making class, a Native American drum making class. So
sounds
all of that that's all on Facebook. If you can't find it, send me a message and I will get you the information.
Yep. Or send me a message and I'll get with them and they'll send you.
Right.
There's always a way.
There's always a way. But I wanted to let people know because you have to reserve your spot by December 1st because I need to get the materials. And
I won't be up there. That is something I would love to do. So
we'll have another opportunity.
We will. Next spring, summer, whatever, we'll do something, but that would be awesome. So go do that. I mean, how awesome would it be to have a new drum that you made
and that you put your intention and your love and your prayers into. Yeah.
Golly, that would be awesome. Yeah. It really would. Yeah. Maybe I can get my stuff here and kind of you walk me through it or something. I have been wanting a drum of my own for a while now. We even talked about
we could set up where I come down to you and do a class.
That's true. That would be cool too. And we could, So see, we're planning already. You know what we're planning. That new year is going to be better, and we're going to put it out there, and it's going to be better. It is, and it really is. But if you guys have an event that you want advertised or something, let us know.
Yeah, we'll know. Yeah. Or we'll make an ad.
If you want us to come or whatever, we're always up for it. And we know there's a lot of stuff. You guys seem to have a lot more metaphysical type stuff up there, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's in the last 10 years, it's really grown up here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we have this and that here, but a lot of it is stuff we're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, a lot of it is stuff that somebody's like, hey, we should do this. Oh, that's a good idea.
Like me and you saying we need to do something while I'm there. Well, let's do that. Everybody goes, y'all are so crazy. I know. We have fun, guys. Have fun. Enjoy. Laugh. That is another thing. Everybody needs to laugh every day.
Find something funny and not mean. Not mean, but funny.
Mean. Not mean. That's like me. You will, if you are around me, I'll see somebody getting in their head and I'll make a joke or I'll make them laugh, because when they laugh, it makes everybody else feel better too. So
exactly.
It does. It really does.
This has been a lot of fun. Thank you, Gwen.
No, thank you. I was like, what are we doing? And you're like, we're going to talk. And I'm like, what are we talking about? And I was just like, you just lead me. We'll go with it. We can talk about anything.
We can talk about anything, but really life is a spiritual experience.
It is. It is. And I could sit there and tell you different stuff that happens. And that might be more paranormal, but it's spiritual also. But just stuff around
how it affects you is spiritual.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here in my head going right now, because I know I've got to get up and go to the doctor's visit, but I am putting it out there. It's going to be a good doctor's visit. It's going to be.
Yes.
And Kristina's going to have a good rest of her day.
Yes.
And that's just the way it's going to be.
I get to go pick up my grandson in a couple hours. So.
See, so you are.
Yeah. Aww. And by the way, my clock right now says 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 12:34.
Well, it's mine's a little different. So mine's is 1, 3, 4, but
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Progression on 11/11, so it's a good day.
Oh yeah. Oh well, and okay. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service for anybody. I should have said that earlier. So, well, if Kristina's good, I'm going to let her close out. And then after that, I am going to play the Salem Paracon commercial.
Sounds good.
If that's cool with you. So you close us out, lady.
All right. Thank you, everyone. So much appreciate your tuning in, listening to us, sharing, liking, ring the bell, subscribe, do whatever you got to do. But thank you for being here and thank you for sharing. And thank you, Gwen, for being such a wonderful co-host today. And I said Glenn because he's on my mind because he's going to be my co-host next week.
Yes.
So we're going to have Glenn Bottis back next week, which is always a lot of fun. So thank you all very much and have a great rest of your day.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.